In 1947, a teenage shepherd threw a stone into a cave and accidentally discovered one of the greatest archaeological finds in human history. What he uncovered would rewrite what we know about the Bible, ancient religions, and the past itself. These are the Dead Sea Scrolls, ancient documents hidden for over 2,000 years, and surrounded by secrets, controversy, and unanswered questions. 1. It began in the Judean desert, near the Dead Sea. A young Bedouin shepherd was searching for a lost goat when he noticed a dark cave high in the cliffs. Out of curiosity, he threw a stone inside. Instead of silence, he heard something shatter. Inside the cave were clay jars. Inside those jars, ancient scrolls wrapped in linen. At first, no one realized their importance. Some were even sold for the price of shoes. But experts soon realized something incredible. These scrolls were older than any known biblical manuscript ever discovered. 2. The Dead Sea Scrolls are a collection of over 900 ancient texts, written between 300 BCE and 70 CE. They include some of the oldest copies of the Hebrew Bible religious rules and laws, hymns, prayers, and commentaries, mysterious texts about an apocalyptic war between good and evil. They were written on parchment papyrus, even copper. Yes, one scroll was literally made of metal. 3. Most historians believe the scrolls were written by a Jewish group called the Essenes. They lived in isolation near a settlement called Qumran, following strict rules, shared property, daily rituals, extreme devotion to their beliefs. They believed the world was corrupted and that a final battle between light and darkness was coming. When Roman armies approached, the Essenes likely hid the scrolls in caves to protect them, and then they vanished. 4. Before the Dead Sea Scrolls, the oldest known biblical texts were written 1,000 years later. When scholars compared them, something shocking happened. They were almost identical. This proved that ancient religious texts had been copied with incredible accuracy for centuries. But it also revealed small differences, raising huge questions. Were some passages changed over time? Which versions were original? Who decided what stayed and what was removed? Suddenly, history wasn't as settled as people thought. 5. For decades, only a small group of scholars had access to the scrolls. Many accused them of hiding information that could challenge religious beliefs. Why were some texts delayed for so long? What were they afraid people would discover? Eventually, under pressure, the scrolls were released to the public. But even today, some believe not everything has been revealed. 6. The Dead Sea Scrolls are now considered one of the most important discoveries of all time. They help us understand the origins of Judaism and Christianity, how ancient communities lived, how belief systems were formed. They remind us that history is fragile, and that sometimes the past survives only because someone hid it well, all because a shepherd threw a stone. So here's the question: what other truths are still buried, waiting to be found? If you enjoyed this mystery of history, subscribe and tell me in the comments, do you think all the Dead Sea Scrolls have been revealed, or are some secrets still hidden?